Fill in the blanks with the proper word from the brackets. Maximum heat is absorbed by a dash colored object. Black. Dash of heat does not require a medium. Radiation. Conduction of heat takes place through a dash substance. Solid. The shining surface in the thermos flask decreases the outgoing heat by dash. Reflection. Cooking utensils are made from metals due to their property of dash. Conduction. The earth receives heat from the sun by dash. Radiation. What will absorb heat? Steel spoon, wooden board, glass vessel, iron griddle in bracket tawa, glass, wooden spoon, plastic plate, soil, water, wax. All the above will take up heat depending on if it is a good or bad conductor of heat. Metal objects such as steel spoon and iron griddle are good conductors of heat and they will be hot. Water is a moderately good conductor and hence it will take up heat slowly and become hot. Wooden board, wooden spoon and plastic plate are bad conductors of heat and will not become hot but catch fire. Glass vessels, glass and soil are also bad conductors of heat and they may crack on heating. Wax is a bad conductor of heat but after taking up the heat it will melt. Write answers to the following questions. How does a fever get lowered? By putting a cold compress on the forehead of a patient. A cold compress absorbs some heat from the patient's forehead as water slowly evaporates from the cloth and lowers the body temperature. Why are the houses in Rajasthan painted white? Rajasthan being a desert, temperature is very high, so there is excess heat. White color doesn't absorb the heat but reflects back, so houses will not become hot due to excess heat and inside of the house will be cool. So the houses in Rajasthan are painted white. What are the modes of heat transfer? There are three modes of heat transfer. They are conduction, convection and radiation. Explain which mode of heat transfer causes sea breezes and land breezes. During daytime, the land gets heated up by sun's radiant energy more quickly than water in the sea. As a result, hot atmospheric air over the land rises up due to lower density and transfer of heat by convection currents. The relatively cold air with higher pressure in bracket higher density from the sea blows towards land, which is called sea breeze. At night, land mass cools quickly while sea remains warmer. Again, warmer air above the sea rises up due to convection and low pressure. As a result, the wind blows from land to sea. Why is the outer coat of the penguins of Antarctica black? The outer coat of the penguins of Antarctica is black because black color absorbs heat, so penguins get lots of heat due to this black color and they can live easily in very cold Antarctica region. Why are heaters fitted near the floor and air conditioners near the ceiling of a room? The air warmed by the heater near the floor rises up easily due to its lower density and the cold air near the ceiling comes down and replaces it due to higher density. The density difference of air at upper and lower height sets in convection currents by transfer of heat. Similarly, air conditioners fitted near the ceiling blow cold air that settles down due to its higher density, while warm air near the floor rises up due to convection currents. Use scientific reasons. An ordinary glass bottle cracks when boiling water is poured into it, but a borosilicate glass bottle does not. An ordinary glass bottle cracks when we pour boiling water into it because there is a lot of temperature difference between the inner and outer parts of the glass. The inner part gets hot and expands while the outer part remains cold since glass is a bad conductor of heat. This unequal expansion causes the crack of glass bottle, but the borosilicate glass bottle has a very high melting point, so the temperature difference is very less, hence it doesn't crack. The telephone wires which sag in summer become straight in winter. In summer, the temperature of the surrounding air is high. Therefore, the wires of telephone expand and start sagging. In winter, the surrounding temperature is less and hence the wires undergo contraction and become straight. Dewdrops form on the grass in winter. During the winter, the temperature of air is low, its capacity to hold the vapor is less. At such times, the excess water vapor is transformed into water droplets due to cold, and so the dew drops form on the grass in winter. In winter, why does an iron pillar feel colder than a wooden pole? Iron is a good conductor of heat. Wood is the bad conductor of heat. In winter, the body temperature is more than the surrounding temperature. At such time, if we touch the iron pillar, there is a conduction of heat from our body to the iron pillar. Therefore, we feel that iron pillar is cold. But when we touch a wooden pole, the conduction of heat does not take place and hence we do not feel that the wooden pole is cold. Use your brain power. Why do we wear woolen clothes in winter? Wool is the bad conductor of heat. We wear woolen clothes to maintain our body temperature and also for protecting ourselves against cold air. Why do we use white clothes in summer and dark or black clothes in winter? White clothes reflect back the most of the falling radiations of the sun. Therefore, we do not feel too hot during summer season. Therefore, we wear white clothes in summer. Dark or black clothes absorb most of the radiations of sun and hence we feel warm. Therefore, in winter, we wear dark or black clothes. Why is there a gap at the joints of rails and of cement concrete bridges? The solids and especially metals expand due to heat. If there is no gap between the joints of rail tracks, the tracks would bend. This can cause accidents. To avoid this, space is kept between the rail tracks or cement concrete bridges while constructing them. Why is mercury or alcohol used in a thermometer? Mercury is used in the thermometer because there is much difference in the values of freezing point and boiling points of mercury. The freezing point is minus 39 degrees Celsius and boiling point is 357 degrees Celsius. Being shiny, mercury can be immediately seen. Mercury does not stick to the glass wall. The expansion of mercury is uniform and regular. It is constant and permanent. The alcohol thermometers are used if temperature even lesser than minus 39 degrees Celsius is to be measured. Alcohol's freezing point is minus 115 degrees Celsius, whereas mercury freezing point is minus 39 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the lower temperatures can be measured only by alcohol thermometers. Can you tell why does the halwai wrap a cloth around the end of his slotted spoon while stirring the boiling milk in his large kadai? The halwai wrap a cloth around the end of his slotted spoon while stirring the boiling milk in his large kadai because his slotted spoon is made up of metal and metal is a good conductor of heat. So due to constant heating, spoon gets very hot which makes hand to get burnt. But cloth is a bad conductor of heat, so it does not allow heat to reach till hand and halwai does not feel hot when he stirs the boiling milk. Why do we hold a steel glass in a handkerchief while drinking hot milk from it? Steel is metal and it is a good conductor of heat. So due to hot milk, it becomes hot and it is difficult to hold. Person's hand get burnt due to heat. So it is better to hold in a handkerchief because handkerchief is made up of cloth which is a bad conductor of heat. So your hand does not feel hot.